choose to have these people who are incarcerated become productive tax-paying citizens. And so part of that is understanding the nature of the drug problem and the role that a particular person has that's in jail.
Sorry, David?
Oh, sorry, one last question. What do you make of the ACLU's recent report that black residents of Maryland are 3 times more likely to be prosecuted for marijuana possession than white residents? And there seems to be wild swings in this, 5.6 times more likely in Baltimore City, 3.2 times more likely in Montgomery County. And it seems like this is just a hidden issue before we even get to reentry issues that should be looked at.
That in no way, shape, or form surprises me. And you know, the question then is sort of the motive. Is it because police officers are actually targeting African Americans more for marijuana, or are they picking people up for different things and the marijuana is part of it, or why and how it is such that it is? But it's a real issue, and you know, I think the whole marijuana issue has been dealt with, I think, appropriately, differently in many states. Where we go with that here, I think we're actually taking a very good approach to it, in my own personal view. But the racial component is something we should always be concerned with. You know, and the marijuana as sort of a way of getting people in. And then part of this reentry thing we talked about the other day was shielding statute. So let's say you are somebody who happens to be African American, and you were picked up, and now you have a marijuana arrest on your record, or even a marijuana conviction. And you get out and you've been clean for 5 years, you're not rearrested 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever the number. It ought to be that you can't, that a potential employer doesn't look back and say, oh, you know, 20 years ago, 7 years ago, you had this, we can't give you a job. Because that's, oh, you're always going to find a reason not to give somebody a job. That's different than someone who's committed murder or something like that. But a marijuana possession, I think, is an issue we want to look at. And we have to have a full understanding that it's disproportionately affecting minority communities.